talk about the balance of getting here and accomplishing what you guys have accomplished, but at the same time, still another step to go.
Yeah, just being here, being through the process, not skipping any steps. It's definitely been a long process, and I'm definitely grateful to be in this room, to be in this position. To be here is a blessing, but we're not satisfied. We're here to win it all.
Follow up to that, what's the balance been like between getting such that monumental victory against Oklahoma City with the Game 7 there? At what point did it switch from celebration to, okay, task at hand?
I think next day, honestly. Plane ride, we were all excited, but, we didn't get here to say we're the Western Conference final champions. We want to sit here and say we're the NBA champions. We won the finals. So it was great while it lasted, but we're ready for the next chapter.
All right, third row in the middle.
Yeah, along those same lines, like how do you fight against the mental letdown of that was such a monumental, effort in these two great teams that you've faced all season? Not that the Knicks are nothing, but how do you take that next step mentally, or was it that easy?
Nah, it's already there. We feel like the Knicks have played us really well this year, and we went into their house and they beat us. They beat us in the in-season tournament. They beat us last year on Christmas. So we feel like we got to get some get back because they've been successful against us.
Second row all the way to the left.
Hey, Devin, just talk about the chemistry. It seems like, even when y'all were losing, y'all were still real close. Where did that come from? I know Keldon's a big part of that, but you are as well. So even when things were going bad, it seemed like y'all got along really well. Where did that come from?
Playing the game of basketball that you love, it's obviously tough when you're not winning and you're going through certain situations. But we always just knew to keep our heads and that the tide would turn as long as we're doing the right things and putting in the right work, staying together, and eventually it did.
First row here on the left.
Hey, Dev, how are you guys handling the zoo that is the finals? Did you guys talk about that over the last couple of days and the distractions, the tickets, the family, and all the stuff that's going to come with it?
Yeah, Mitch definitely addressed it. As a team, like players, I think we're going to talk more about it, today. But we're just trying to keep everything just the main thing, honestly, and keep our goals here. We don't want to look to the outside and worry about the media, worry about what everything else is going on. We've had a goal since we started this year, since training camp, and we're going to keep staying focused, keep trying to stay laser focused. But like you said, it's nature. When you have family, friends, people trying to come to the games, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we got to keep the main thing, and focus on winning the 4 games.
Third row in the middle.
You talk about the mental ability to flip and the focus. Is that something, you guys have had a very tight, kind of fun, I won't say loose, but close locker room all season long. Does that mental flip come from internal, among the players, or is it a little more top-down from Mitch?
I think it starts with the players, for sure. We have some great vets with HB, Fox, Luke, Biz, I could go on and on. They've been in certain situations. They've been here before. So they definitely try and keep us grounded. But then with Coach Mitch and all the other coaches that we have and our GM B. Wright, everybody's just laser focused. And it's been like that since, I could say open gym training camp. We're going through open gym and we have pretty much all of our players there, which is rare to have pretty much everybody there. So everybody was locked in from the beginning. And I think that is one of the main reasons why we're here, because we've just been so locked in and on and off the court. We're all talking, we're all together, but we know as soon as we get in between them lines, we're ready to go.
Second row in the middle.
Dev, with every round, the lack of experience talk has only grown instead of subsided. Mm-hmm. At this point, do you guys take that as any kind of a maybe challenge, kind of looking to prove people wrong, looking to put – I know you've talked about how experience does not matter, and you guys have shown you're here, but just wondering if that's any sort of motivation as you keep on going forward.
Honestly, we're just trying to block out all the noise. We've heard it all year and this and that, but we're here now, so there's really nothing else for us to say or talk about or to overthink. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing, and that's been successful for us. So just staying on it, just staying on the same things that we've been doing, and not trying to overthink it because we're here for a reason.
Third row all the way to the left.
Yes. Can you just discuss the challenge of guarding Jalen Brunson coming off the series where you guarded Shai Gilgeous-Alexander?
Yeah, very, very talented player. Knows how to get to his spots. Just got to be super disciplined with him. We know he likes to do a lot of shot face, and is a very crafty player. So it's going to be a tough task, obviously. But with watching film and just getting ready to go, I'm excited for the challenge.
Hey, Dev. De'Aaron he's talked before about he knew y'all had a great team, but he said in December he knew y'all might have something special. Was there any point in the season when you kind of felt like, this is going to be an exceptional season?
I mean, I think when we went on that stretch, maybe was it in February when we were winning? I forgot how many games we won in a row. Just us being that locked in, and we felt like we could still be a lot better. There were games that we were winning where we'd come and watch film, and we still have so many mistakes or turnovers and stuff that we could clean up. So, I mean, there's even games in the playoffs where we feel like we could have been a lot better, and I think that we're still yet to play the best that we can in these playoffs. So I think with these finals, we can be just a whole lot better, and that's an exciting thing to say.
First row here on the left.
Hi, Devin. This is Momo from A Sports Connect. Sorry, I came late, so if it's been asked, sorry. What does it mean for you to play for San Antonio, like a city like this? What have you been doing, like during the rest days, and then like to see the support in a city like this?
Honestly, it's an honor. It's a blessing. The city of San Antonio has welcomed me with huge arms, and honestly, I mean, all of us. And even when we weren't winning, they were super supportive for us. And obviously, when we started winning, it's been nothing short of amazing. So, we're playing for San Antonio, and I mean, off days we're just resting and recovering. But at the end of the day, we're nothing without these fans, and we know that these first two games are going to be crazy, and we're excited to be in here playing.
I know you've spent just about as much time as anyone with De'Aaron this season. You weren't here when the trade happened, but when you kind of look at where he's been and where he is now, how happy are you for him, and what's it been like getting to do this journey with him?
I mean, I feel like growing up, like in my era at least, like Fox was kind of a big name, like just like watching his high school, college highlights, and watching him in the league, but just to be a part of his journey with him, and to kind of have him as like, he hates when I say this, but like as like my uncle in a sense, and like my big brother, and just to have him kind of help guide me, because it's year 9 for him, or year 8, one of the two, and this is my first year, so I mean he's done a great job of just mentoring me, and I feel like what he brings to the table, I mean every team would love to have, and I feel like I'm just as lucky to play with him.
Otis Livingston, WCBS in New York. Dylan, as a guy who went to Knicks games growing up, what does this moment mean for you that you're playing in your rookie season and you're going up against a team that you used to watch?
Like I said, a dream come true. I mean, never in like 1,000 years you would have told me that my first year in the NBA, I'd be playing against the Spurs and going to play Madison Square Garden my rookie year in the finals. Like I would never I think you're crazy, but just the reality and possibility that we have as a team, and I think our biggest goal this year, I think we have a chance to do it in a special place.
Okay, third row in the middle.
You and Julian are the two guys coming up. Are you getting like more family requests? Has it been a little more crazy coming back close to home, or?
I mean, yeah, definitely. I think it's part of the year. Everyone wants to be there. Obviously, everyone wants to just see the journey and be a part of it. But I mean, the ticket request is always gonna be a ticket request. I really don't handle that because I feel like there's bigger. Like I'm on the court playing. I kind of let other people handle that for me, but. As much as they say those tickets are going to be, ain't going to be a lot of tickets going out. So,
First row here on the left.
Dylan, Bruce Beck, NBC4 New York. What did the Rutgers experience mean to you and your development?
It meant a lot to me. I feel like a lot of people looks at that Rutgers experience as a downside, or kind of like, y'all didn't make the tournament, you guys didn't win a lot of games. But for me, it taught me a lot. Obviously, a great group of guys over there. I love my teammates, coaching staff. I feel like they put me in the right positions I need to be in. And at the end of the day, life ain't always going to go your way. But the lessons I took from there, and just, you got to go through some hard times. And I feel like that was necessary for me in my career to kind of go through things like that so I could be even more prepared for this level. So, I mean, I have no doubts about going to Rutgers, and just I love playing there in front of the fans and everything.
Fourth row on the left.
Hey Dylan, TJ from ABS-CBN Philippines. I'm not sure how much time you spent on social media the last few days, but it's been quite bananas in terms of how the Filipino fan base is excited for you going against Jordan. What are your thoughts on that? And what has your mom said about your assessment of your playoff journey so far in this first year? I know she's very detailed with you, so give us an insight on that as well. So first, you against Clarkson, and then about your mom. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I think me and him get to do something really special, represent our country, where we're from, represent everything on the biggest stage of basketball. And I feel like over there in the Philippines, basketball is probably the biggest thing. So, I mean, I think we're very excited for that, and we're just very blessed and grateful to be in this position. And I think my mom, I mean, she's not my coach no more, so, I mean, I don't get it as much anymore, but regular mom stuff, I feel like. Regular mom stuff with a little mix of basketball here and there. But at the end of the day, it's more of, as long as you're happy, I'm good. So, I mean, yeah.
First row here on the left.
Hi, Dylan. This is Simone Wu from AA Sports Connect Hong Kong. So I've been watching lots of your clips, like high school clips, like you're mic'd up. You talked a lot. And then, like, now you're in the finals in your rookie season. What would be your advice for your younger self, like, you know, like, even in the Game 7 where you were, like, holding up Stephon in a scuffle, like, what would be your advice for your younger self?
Just keep being you. That's probably what I tell my younger self. Don't ever shy away from the moment. Attack the moment, and at all times just stay in the gym, because I think that's what got me here more than anything. Me just grinding.
Second row in the middle.
Hi Dylan, it's İnan Özdemir from Turkey. Obviously, Manu Ginobili is an international legend for us, and in terms of playing style, you and Manu Ginobili had some similarities as a lefty guy, but I think it's more than that. What do you think about the comparison between Manu and you? And have you had any relationship with him daily basis?
Yeah, I think that's a fair comparison to say. I think it's an accurate comparison. We're both lefties, big guards. And yeah, I've had a lot of conversations with him, especially when I first got here. Me and him kind of talked a lot about, like, the role of the team and, like, what to do, things of that nature. And I think he's kind of, more than anyone for me, kind of been that vet that's been around the Spurs for a long time and kind of just giving me insight of what he's been through.
And also maybe secrets of Eurostep, more secrets of Eurostep?
I mean, I think the Eurostep is kind of natural to both of us. I feel like we're both dynamic, getting downhill. And obviously, I think he had a little bit more flair, but I think we both kind of just know how to get to the rim, just know how to carve out space.
Second row on the right.
Livingston again. You have a unique perspective as well. You have a father who has won multiple NBA championships. Has he given you any advice, and have you kind of busted his chops a little bit because it took him 10 years to get his first one, and you're here in your first opportunity?
I mean, yeah, I haven't busted his chops. He has 5, so there's really not much I can say to that. I kind of have to hey, Unc. I feel like I gotta win something before I can say anything. So I mean, I get this big opportunity to do that. So I mean, that's gonna be fun. But yeah, I picked his brain. We talked a little yesterday, and he just tells me like everyone else tells me. But I think coming from him is more of be you. You don't have to switch who you are in this situation, because I mean, just do whatever you gotta do. Do whatever you did to get here, and just keep doing it. So that's been the biggest thing.
Okay, third row in the middle.
You don't have this matchup directly all the time, but you guys are going from playing Shea and his kind of drive-in arm and mid-range game to going to Jalen Brunson, who likes to drive and then pull up for the mid-range. Like, what's similar and what's different about how they play and how you approach them?
Yeah, I think they're two great players. Obviously, MVP and one that's a superstar. But I feel like the game plan and ways are the same, but they're also different because they're two completely different players. I feel like Jalen Brunson kind of just has, when he gets in the paint, his footwork is elite and is among the best. So I think just adjusting to things like that. But at the end of the day, I feel like we have great defenders that I feel like will want to take that challenge and go up and meet it.
Hey, Dylan, Raul with AP. Your three-point shooting's gotten so much better, as the season progressed. Was it just a matter of just putting the shot up, or were the coaches telling you to take that shot more?
It was more just being in the gym, more just shooting the ball every day, really. I feel like if you want to be a good shooter or better than good, great, you kind of have to stay in the gym constantly. You got to shoot shots because, I feel like for shooters, once they see one go in, it's kind of like, all right, now I got a rhythm, a flow. And I feel like just, for me, it was more just finding my rhythm, my flow off the court, outside the game, and on the court.
Keldon, Matt Guzman, Spurs on SI. What have you seen from Carter Bryant these postseason games? Just the way that he's been able to learn, be like a sponge. You've been in that position before as a rookie and trying to learn as much as you can.
He's been amazing for us. He's been giving us that spark. And his drive to want to get better and learn more has been off the charts. He's so locked in. He's taking notes. He's, energetic, doing everything we asked him to do. So it's been good to, see CB, see his growth, see how far he's came this season, and see how he's impacting basketball and impacting winning for us as well.
Okay. Third row in the middle.
Keldon, Ramon Esteves, Dominican Republic, Deportes en Línea. You've come off the bench with strong energy. How are you prepared to face the Knicks? That always there is a strong team and physical also.
Just be prepared for anything. They're a good team. They're here for a reason. They're tough. They're rugged. They're physical. Just coming in and matching that, doing whatever my team needs me to do for us to be successful, and just keeping the main thing, and that's winning the finals.
First row in the middle.
Hey, Keldon, Adam Ross with Spectrum News. Obviously, I'm sure you've been asked this before, but face the franchise, 20 points per game until now. What's the toughest part of switching from that role to the role you're in with this team?
Honestly, I would say, ego. As being a guy, and then you having to adjust. But I feel like when you it was a point where you look in the mirror and you want to be a part of something special, or you want to chase personal goals, and being here and being throughout the season and winning has been the ultimate reward. It just shows that everything was worth it. Obviously, I went from being a guy to coming off the bench and being sixth man, but I feel like winning is the most addictive thing in this league, and this year is a testament to that. Being able to win and contribute towards winning means more than anything that I've done in the past. I feel like the energy of this group, is contagious, and knowing that I want to be a part of something special here and with this group as well. These guys have had my back and believed in me since day one, and just replicating that and wanting to be a part of something great. And I feel like that's the main thing. Like, what we have here is special, and me being able to contribute to that is fun for me. It's exciting, and it's what I love to do.
All right, remember, please state your name and affiliation. We'll start here to the left.
Tom Worsborn, San Antonio Express News. Keldon, Jordan Clarkson, sixth man of the year. You're sixth man of the year. You feel a kinship with the other sixth men, and just talk about his game and how he's been able to do what he's done for so long coming off the bench.
Well, Jordan's an amazing player. I feel like he's when you talk about those six men, you have to bring his name into those conversations. I feel like he's been a spark on whatever team he's been on, and it's just a testament to hard work. I feel like somebody he's honed his craft, and he's an exciting player, to watch, and I just tip my cap to him. Obviously, he makes things happen when he has the basketball, and he's exciting. So
second row on the right, Jared.
Jared Weiss, The Athletic. You guys seem to really love each other in that locker room. When did you first feel that building, like back in June, July last year? And how has Mitch, taking over from Pop, who used to do dinners and all the different things, how has he helped foster that within you guys?
I feel like we had everybody together, I think maybe it was Summer League last year, and I feel like ever since then, like it's just clicked. Like, we all came together, and, experienced a lot of things together. And, having Mitch come in has been amazing. He lets us be ourselves. He just lets the group vibe. And I feel like whenever he needs to step in, he steps in. He's been a tremendous leader for us and putting us in the right direction. And but I feel like the group loves each other. It's genuine. We're a tight-knit group. I feel like when you see one of us, you see all of us. And that's just how it's been from the start. I don't know why, I don't know how, but it's been just like it clicked from day one.
Third row on the left, Chris.
Chris Mannix, Sports Illustrated. Keldon, Vic is starting to see every different kind of defense over the last couple of years. Is there anything that stands out to you about his ability to kind of dissect these defenses in real time and kind of how his mind works out there on the court?
I feel like it's crazy because he's 22 years old, and to see how you send any coverage at him, he knows how to adjust on the fly, and it just shows how locked in to the game of basketball he is, how much he gives to the game of basketball. I feel like he's seen every coverage, and at times, people have thought that they had the answer, and they thought they had Vic figured out, and it's just like one layer after another. He just continues to adjust and continues to evolve and continue to get better. And, it's just a testament to hard work. Like, I feel like you don't adjust to those things that easily or on the fly, without putting that time into the game of basketball.
First row on the right.
Dan Devine, Yahoo Sports. Keldon, kind of the other side of that. The Knicks come into this series on a pretty serious offensive role. Some nights it's Brunson, some nights it's Cat, some nights it's Josh Hart. Could be kind of anybody. I guess what's the challenges you've dug into looking at them of a team that's kind of got that many options?
They're here for a reason. We're in the NBA Finals. But, we just got to continue to lock in and, play to our strengths, play to our scouting report. And I feel like we'll do that. And, but, they're a great team. We're in the NBA Finals, so you can't take anything away from them.
First row on the left.
Hector Ledesma, Clutch Points. Keldon, I remember a couple of years ago in the midst of that 22-win season, you talked about how you were going to keep on smiling and, it would come one day. 2 short years later to be here, and I know the job's not done, but to put yourselves in this position, I'm wondering if I can get your thoughts on that.
I don't really have any thoughts. We just know we have a task at hand, and that's what's most important, keeping the main thing. And, so anything else that you think of, kind of just goes out the window. Like, I feel like all my thoughts now are going out here executing and trying to put my team in the best position to be successful come tomorrow night.
Second row middle.
Hi, Keldon. This is Simone Wu from AA Sports Connect Hong Kong. First of all, Ed Con Yao from Hong Kong says hi, your event MC.
Yes.
I know there would be a number of Hong Kong fans flying in afar to support the Spurs to come to watch them. Do you have a message for a global fan base like that, or Hong Kong fans specifically?
We love all our fans worldwide. Hong Kong and wherever else fans that come in to support the Spurs, we love you. We can't wait to put on a performance for you guys. We can't wait to have you guys experience San Antonio if you do come out here. And I hope your experience is the best.
Second row on the right. Last question.
Keldon, Tyler McGill, The Score. I wanted to ask you, you've got your ranch outside of San Antonio. Who on the team would last the longest and who would call it quits the earliest if they had to live the same lifestyle?
That's a good question. Who would adjust the quickest? I would say Vic, because I feel like he's always intrigued by new things and nature as well. The quickest, I feel like they're gonna see this, so they're gonna. But if I had to go the quick, I might say Bismack though would be last the longest. Like, I feel like him or Vic. The quickest though, Lindy might last too. That's a hard question. The quickest though, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Carter Bryant. Huh? Carter not really that outside type of person. Yeah, that's not really his style right there. So yeah, I'm gonna go Carter. He may surprise me though. You know, he's been to the ranch, you know, a couple times, but you know, I haven't really introduced him to the animals, so I got to see how he react. But you know, I'm gonna come back to that question next time I see you. I'm gonna have a valid answer. But you know, I feel like I got a three-way tie. I'm gonna go Vic, Bismack, and Lindy for, you know, who could last the longest at my ranch if they had to change their lifestyle. And Carter definitely would not last at all. He would quit. He probably wouldn't want to feed the animals, do none of that. He probably just want to sit in the house.
All right,
watch
thanks,
Netflix.
Thanks, Keldon.
All right, y'all have a great day.
Hey, Steph, how you doing?
I'm good.
Just have two questions. The first of all is you guys are the youngest team to make the finals in almost 50 years. Do you believe that means anything? The inexperience, the youth. How have you guys been able to overcome that so far in this playoffs?
I mean, I don't think that was ever a problem for us. I think for us that was really just all outside noise, and in-house we have nothing but confidence in each other, and you know, we take it game by game and try to walk this thing down. And I mean, we've got to this point, so I mean, we've been making history with like every game. It's like we see something new. So I mean, yeah, we got 4 more to go, and we got this far, but I mean, we still haven't really done anything yet.
And then you personally, each round you've had to basically guard an all-star. Kind of been doing that all year. What is it about you that your makeup that makes you want those matchups and gives you success in them?
I think just knowing that, you know, it's a positive in my game and it's a strong suit of my game. Just using that to my advantage, and also just my competitive nature, just wanting those matchups and just wanting to win so bad, just doing whatever, you know, it takes. So if that means guarding the other team's best player for 40 minutes a night, then that's what I'll do.
All the way in the back, right?
Mary Rominger, KSAT 12. Steph, can you think back and describe the emotions you guys felt after that NBA Cup final loss, given it was, at that point, the biggest game and most meaningful game you guys had played?
Yeah, obviously it was a tough loss. It wasn't season ending, so it doesn't feel as bad as probably, you know, your season ending in the playoffs. But yeah, obviously we wanted to win. So I think just us as competitors, you know, we want to win every single game. But I think just we had short-term memory with that. I mean, we still got paid. I mean, how much did we get paid for that? So yeah, we moved on pretty quick.
On your right, on the aisle over here.
What's up, Steph? Caleb from Atlanta.
I know you is, bro.
I just wanted to ask, you know, I know you like Non-Vicious. I know you're all with that music. Give me your top 3 from Atlanta.
Top 3 from Atlanta?
Yeah.
I'll put Baby in there just out of respect.
For sure.
I'll put Prada in there because that's my man's. And
yeah, for sure.
I'll put Glock in there. I listen to Glock before games, so yeah. It's a crazy question to ask.
You get everything.
Michael, over here.
Steph, at the beginning of the season, you guys were talking about getting the 6th seed. Sort of as the season went on, like what were some of the things you saw that said, hey, we can go get this thing?
I just think our consistency and togetherness, it just screamed great habits throughout our locker room, and with our leader being Vic, with how good he is, with how young he is, and for him to not have any ego, I think it just fed great energy throughout our locker room, and especially early to start this year in January, we went on that long run where we won I don't know how many games in a row, but I think just that kind of confidence and that kind of groove coming into the playoffs is what you want, and I think we hit our stride at the right time. So, and yeah, also we have the best player in the world on our team.
Jeff, next row.
Steph, Jeff Zilgett, NBA.com. Sort of a follow-up to the defensive question that Jeff asked. What drew you to that side of the ball, and when did you sort of realize that could be your calling card?
I think my competitive nature, not wanting to take plays off, just having pride in guarding one-on-one. And I think just the success that I had at UConn with it and understanding how much of that was needed for us to win, I think it kind of just became natural for that to be a part of my game. And I don't think it was ever a weakness of mine, but I don't think I ever seen it before UConn as a strong suit of mine or a high skill of mine, and now I do, and I think it's a big part of my game now. So I don't take that year for granted, and I think just learning how to win, I think is very important to winning. So not taking any possessions off, and just holding that competitive nature and trying to impose that on every possession is what drew me towards that.
Christian Winfield here with the New York Daily News. Sticking with the defensive topic, the numbers with you guarding Jalen Brunson significantly skew in your favor. I'm just wondering what you make of that matchup and what's worked for you when guarding him.
I think what's worked for me is trying to be physical with him. He's obviously shorter than me, but he's a very physical guard. He gets to his spots well, uses deception well, has great footwork. So trying to be as disciplined as I can, crowd his space, but not give him, the angles that he's looking for. I mean, at this point, he's seen pretty much every coverage, been guarded all kinds of ways. So, just trying to impose my will and use my physicality to my advantage.
Ian Begley, SNY. Just along those lines, as a competitor, as a defender, how much do you look forward to a challenge like that?
I love those challenges. I ask for them, to be, honest with you. And sometimes it gets in the way of me missing a rotation or, me not being in the right spot for my teammate because I'll be so locked in on, those matchups. So that's one thing I say I have to, get better on is the team defense aspect of things and not just making it about me and another person. But, I just think just riding off of my competitiveness on that side of the end and then just using my techniques to my advantage. I think our coaches do a great job of giving us the tendencies on what guys like to do and the spots that they like to get to. So using that and trying to be smart and play aggressive defensively without fouling is fun to do when you do it right. And I know how big of a part it is to winning. So I don't have any problem doing that.
A few minutes ago, Victor said, that first round, that Thunder win was so emotional and isn't quite sure that the team is completely over it and still has 30 hours to refocus. Do you feel like you guys are completely locked in and ready for the finals, or is there still like a day where you're still coming down off that high?
Obviously, I think it was a feel-good win for us. Playing a defending champs on the road in a Game 7 like that, it's hard to kind of just flush that to the back of your mind, especially when you're the team that came out on top. But I think we have a balance to where, we understand we can't get, complacent or satisfied with that. And, we still have a job to do. So come game time, we'll be ready.
Ramona and Steve, last two.
Hi, Ramona Shell, ESPN. Mitch was telling us earlier about the output that you put out on defense. They have a lot of measurables. I'm wondering how you prepare for just the energy you have to expend on that. I know Vic does the underwater training. I don't know if you do anything different or unique for that, or is it just a level? You're also young. You can go all day. But how do you expend that kind of energy, and how do you prepare for that?
I think I just have the luxury of being young, honestly. I just get in the cold tub. I don't do nothing crazy. But yeah, I think I've been doing it for so long and consistently throughout the year that I really haven't had to change much coming into the playoffs, especially on that end. At this point, I'm pretty conditioned, and my body is used to it. So And yeah, I'm 21, so.
Steve, last question.
Steve Ashburn, NBA.com. You know, the NBA is full of big, strong guys, many of who seem to topple to the floor a lot with contact. It was suggested during the earlier rounds this spring that some of your guys, and you in particular, that doesn't seem to happen. You absorb the contact, you're strong, you're not looking to sell calls, embellish anything. Are you leaving some gamesmanship on the table by not doing that, or does this get into that whole ethical hoops stuff in terms of playing it straight?
I don't really know how to answer that. I sell calls too sometimes. I can't lie. But it's really just a feel thing, especially in the playoffs. You know, if it's too egregious, you know, the refs aren't gonna bail you out. You know, they're gonna make the two teams, they're gonna make the better team win. So I think just taking it game by game and not trying to put yourself at a disadvantage. I don't really think it's about, you know, selling calls or not trying to sell calls to make yourself look, you know, a certain type of way. You know, I think we talk to the refs a lot, especially me in particular, but most of the times they're right. So, just having a short-term memory, whether you fall down or not, if you get the call or you don't get the call, it's not really something you can change. So I think for us, just playing the game and seeing how the refs calling it.